Immerath, once a small village of 1,200 people in Germany's western frontier, host to both farm and industry, has fallen quiet. Roughly 1.3 billion tons of lignite, a soft coal, were discovered long ago under the village and its surrounding land in Germany's North Rhine-Westphalia state. A few locals took the threat seriously, so life continued, until the development of the mine became reality and village were lined up for destruction. Immerath is one of the last to make a way for the expansion of the Garzweiler opencast mine, which is run by giant German energy provider RWE, supplying one-third of the Germany's overall power. Once Garzweiler is finished, 20 villages will have gone. Under the scheme, some 5,000 people will be forced to move, compensated with either a new house or cash. There are 3 coal pits in the 5 power plants in the Rhineland, and together they produce one-third of the German carbon dioxide emission. Germany is making radical changes, but even in the long run, in order to provide energy, it's difficult to forgo conversion and power plant. The plan to expand was no shock for locals. It was back in the 1960s, when nearby village first made a way for the coal extraction, despite loud community protests. And protesters say the march of commerce over community continues nationwide. Germany's environment agencies say the Federal Mining Act prioritizes the extraction of the raw material over the interest of the common good. Since 1945, hundreds of villages yielded to a growing need for energy, with 40% of Germany's power coming from coal. RWE, Europe's top emitter of carbon dioxide, CO2, admit lignite is cheap to produce but harmful for the environment. What's left of Immerath and other nearby villages is a eerie streets and abandoned houses. The noise of the bulldozer is omnipresent as they rumble through the ghost town.
They are now searching for the old graves. You see them here?
Yeah.
And we paint it and give it some numbers. And then they go to the archive. From their birth, they have lived here in those villages, and I think for the people who have lived here, for them it's the hardest.
Denise, this man who is working to document interesting findings in the foundation of the Church of Saint Lambertus, is telling me about the architectural changes that the church has undergone from the 12th century to the 19th century until its destruction occurred in 2018. 11th century, 18th century.
Yeah.
The Church of St. Lambertus, known locally as the Immerath Dome Cathedral of Immerath, was a Roman Catholic parish church. A church dedicated to St. Lambert of Maastricht had existed on the site since at least 12th century. It was a Romanesque building with a single nave and a bell tower on the western side. In around the mid-17th century, the church was rebuilt in the Gothic style, and it had 2 naves, a choir and a chapel in the northern island. A baroque bell tower was added in the 1770s, and it contained old bell dating back to 1496 and 1512. Maintaining the cost of the church had become too burdensome, given the considerable decline of the faithful to fewer than 60 people. The parishioners therefore accept the community's offer to build a new smaller church in the new town called New Immerath. Most of the old church interior furnishing were purchased by private individuals. The last mass in the church was celebrated on 30 October 2013 and it was subsequently deconsecrated. On 9 January 2018, the Church of San Lamberto was destroyed, despite being considered to be an heritage monument. The demolition was part of the destruction of the entire village of Immerath. In order to make a way for the Garzweiler surface mine. The entire village will be therefore demolished, with the company RWE building a new settlement 12 km away as its replacement. Even the dead don't have peace. The cemetery was also moved, with body being exhumated and transferred to the new site. Nearby cities such as Westphalia with 1,200 years of history, Spanrath, Otzenrath and Boschernich were raised in the 60s. Keienberg, Kukum, Beverrath and Weisterich were raised years ago.
Pünktlich um 15 Uhr wurde die Sprengladung gezündet und das letzte Wahrzeichen des Dorfes, das schon so lange stirbt, zerfiel in Schutt und Staub.
About 6 km from Immerath sat Beverrath, a small farming village squeezed between green fields and apple trees. It is due to be destroyed in 2023, and local agronomist Eleanor Crines is fighting hard for her farm to survive. Lignite extraction is due to start in the village by 2028 and will continue until about 2045. Once finished, the area will be flooded with Rhine water and turned into a lake. Back in Immerath, a small house still stands on the village entrance. A sign above the door reads Heimat, roughly translated as a home, but this very German concept also carries a sense of homeland, a feeling of belonging and roots. Empty and lifeless, the house now sits with the blinds down and its driveway overground, waiting for the bulldozer to call. In the destructive trajectory of the opencast mine, there are also forests. For example, Hamburg Forest is an ancient forest located in western Germany, between Cologne and Hagen. It is planned to be cleared as a part of the Hamburg surface mine by the same owner LWE. There have been ongoing protests and occupation to prevent this since 2012. Activists have been fighting for years to save, with many holding out in fortress-style trees house. In the recent months, tension have heightened as 1,000 protesters and police have confronted each other in lengthy standoffs, and scores of the trees houses have been destroyed.
There are serious violations of the law here. The tree houses do not provide emergency access. They were built in contravention of fire regulations. If you do not leave them of your own accord within the next 30 minutes and refrain from using them, I will carry out your eviction with immediate force.
Leave these people in peace. Don't use 20 people to separate 3 from the chain. Let them lie there. They're not in the way. They're showing solidarity.
Back in Immerath, these are the ruins of the Immerath Dome. Luxembourg village destroyed in 2009. That is Camberg. This is the church of Camberg. Will be destroyed on the 2023. Here we are in Caveau, will be destroyed as well. Here we are in Unterwestrich. This place will be destroyed in 2026. There is Westphalia. Oh. Here, Westphalia. I will take a piece of the place. Direction of Boschermich. That was Boschermich. It's empty. What remained of Boschermich? The village was destroyed in 2017. I'm back in Berlin and I have the ruins from Immerath, Luxembourg, Camberg, Caveau, Unterwestrich, Westphalia and Boschermich. And we're gonna make the ingot of Immerath for the Caveau. 18 grams